Yeah, hi.
Hello, sir. Hello.
So what's going on, Rajeshwari? How's life?
Life is great, sir.
Mm-hmm. What's happening? Are my sessions making it too difficult?
No, sir. It's creating a deep thought inside me. It's giving me the clarity. I like this question. What 5 skills I need to develop to become people energy money magnet? So that I wrote in the chat GPT and in Gemini also. I got this answer means the skill that I need communication skill, then storytelling, active listening, content creation, self leadership. So all these things I got uh, to make myself people energy money magnet. I really liked. And then 5D, then each and everything depends on the number. It's a number game. So these questions, the last shot you are putting on us, the last ball are really creating. It's not a pressure, but somewhere giving me uh, miss chance to think deeply what I need and how I can get all that things in my life, whatever I want. So if someone because each and everything depends on asking that type of question only. So if I'm asking the question, it's really helping me to grow.
Right. See, actually, what is happening that these questions they are like a mirror, you know.
Yes, sir.
कि आप आईने के सामने खड़े हो गई, like you are dressing up yourself, and then unless and until you stand in front of the mirror, you do not know how you look.
Yes, sir.
You know? And then when you look at your picture, your image on the other side of the mirror, you figure out that okay, इसको ठीक करना है, उसको ठीक करने ये ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, वो ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So these questions are like those mirrors. And the biggest challenge is that, see, when we're talking about these 21 questions, it's a kind of that you are inside in a room where you have 21 mirrors around you.
Yes, sir. Yes. So nice.
You know? You have 21 mirrors around you, and whichever mirror you look at, you see your reflection in that mirror from that angle. So, like that is how I designed this program. It's like that you are inside a room which has 21 mirrors around you. Top, bottom, sub mila ke there are 21 mirrors. And whichever mirror you look at, you can see yourself from that angle. And surprisingly, these mirrors are reflecting each other's images as well. So you can see how you look in other mirror as well. So that shows the reality, you know, like जैसे कभी कभी क्या होता है हम जब ड्रेसअप करते हैं हम सिर्फ आगे से अपने आप को देखते हैं पीछे से नहीं देख पाते so we don't even know
Yes.
that
Mm.
how am I looking from the back unless there is somebody to tell me that is this is how you look from the back ये आपको ये चेंज करना है वो चेंज करना है इसको थोड़ा सा like for when you wear a साड़ी so the साड़ी का हो सकता है कुछ फोल्ड रह गया पीछे जो आपको नजर नहीं आ रहा है so that's why you need somebody to watch you from behind also वहाँ इसी के लिए हमें accountability partner की जरूरत होती है. That is the purpose of having an accountability partner. That the part of me which I can't see in my own reflection can be seen by somebody else who is behind me, who is on my sides. That's why you need accountability partners.
Yes, sir.
Right? Could be you must have an accountability partner so that you remain accountable to that person. वो जो देख रहा है उसको जो दिख रहा है वो है. You cannot ignore कि ऐसा नहीं है. वो है. The point is, are you ready to work on that, whatever the other person can see, but you can't see. So when I talk about reflection, reflection includes everything, what you can see and what others can see about you, what you can't see. So unless you have a good accountability partner, you will never know what others can see. And you will never get a chance, an opportunity to correct those things which are not the way they are supposed to be. That's why you need good accountability partners. Okay, yeah, good to see you, Shalini. Can you all come on camera for a while? I just take a picture and put in the group. Rajeshwari?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you just come on camera for a while? Let's do the magic. So here we go. 1, 2. So you press here. Okay, let's do it once again. So here we go. Shruti is joining. Okay, let Shruti join. Okay, so we are having the photo shoot. Okay, so let's do it quickly. 1, 2. Okay, now, so what I was sharing, Shruti and Shalini, we are talking about reflection, like what these 21 questions are all about. इससे हमारा क्या मतलब है? You know, why are we asking these questions to ourselves anyway? These questions are fundamentally all about reflection. And reflection in the sense that I am in a room which has 21 mirrors around me. And every mirror I look at, I see myself from that angle, which I can't see otherwise. I can see myself from that angle. Now, whenever I am in front of a mirror, whichever areas which I can see, those are visible to me, I can make corrections over there. But the areas where I can't see, I need an accountability partner over there, somebody whom I can trust. That's the purpose of a mirror. Mirror आपको वही दिखाता है जो उसको दिख रहा है. So you need an accountability partner or accountability partners in certain cases, so that they remain truthful to you and they tell you what they see and you can't see. And these questions are like that. They're the questions which probably you never asked yourself. But now, since you're asking yourself, you can see the difference. So these questions are fundamentally your accountability partners. So you have 21 accountability partners. Of them, I have introduced to you 18 of them. Tonight we will be talking about the 19th one. Now let me recap some of those, which are the most interesting ones we have covered over last few weeks. Let me share my screen and so here they are. Starting from question number 12. The people, events, or ideas, what am I discussing mostly nowadays? So only you know what you are discussing. If you are discussing people or events, probably you are not progressing. Okay, if you are discussing ideas, chances are high that you are progressing. This was followed by when and where am I opening my tap? Time, attention, and patience nowadays. Very, very important. Because मेरा time, मेरा attention, मेरा patience, they are very costly things. उसको आप जितना कीमत लगाओगे ना, उतना ही उसका कीमत है. For example, if you say that my per minute costs so much or per hour costs so much, then wherever I am putting my attention, उसके लिए अगर मुझे उतना पैसा देना पड़े, will I still pay that money and pay my attention there? If my answer is yes, that's perfectly all right. That means it's worth it. If my answer is no, there is no point putting my time, attention, and patience there. है ना? Because आपको पता है कि आप पैसे देके वो काम नहीं करेंगे. So anything which you are not willing to pay for, don't get into it. Okay. Then comes what prompted me to make this activity essential for me now. So these are associated with certain activities which you are doing anyway, but you didn't want to do. But you created them essential for yourself and naturally you did it. So ask yourself what prompted you to make that activity essential for you. And thereby you can catch yourself, okay, इसी की वजह से I am unable to focus my attention into things where I need to focus. Okay, this was followed by what number games am I playing consistently in a disciplined way. Very, very important question, because numbers tell you where you are progressing. If you don't see the numbers, You cannot prove your point that yes, I am progressing. So figure out what numbers are important for you based on the activities that you are doing, based on the game plan that you have set for yourself. If the numbers are matching, that means you are progressing. If the numbers are not matching, it's a question of reflection. Figure out के numbers match नहीं कर रहा तो क्यों नहीं match कर रहा. Okay. This was followed by whom am I blaming for the consequences I am facing now. So focus on that. But this will not take you anywhere. However, it comes up. It will come up. Let it come up. You don't need to restrict it. You don't need to resist it either. The point is just focus on it. Figure out that yes, this is it. The moment you discover it, just put it aside. Then we discussed about am I 5D ready now? That I am ready to demand, design, desire, deliver, and dictate. Very, very important. आप जो भी लाइफ में हासिल करना चाहते हो, whatever you need to achieve the goal that you want to achieve, you have to have complete clarity on these 5 Ds. Have you created the demand? Did you design your product according to that demand to fulfill that demand? Now, did you create a desire for somebody, for your prospective customers to buy your product? है ना? जब आपने demand create ही कर दिया, demand उसका है, did you create the desire to buy your product instead of some other product? Then are you ready to deliver? So now you created the desire and somebody comes and tells you, yes, I want to buy your product. Are you ready to deliver or not? And once you are ready to deliver, and if you can make your customers happy, then you can take it to the next level where we talk about dictating. Now, whatever you are offering, the customers are buying from you. You have made them so lazy that they don't even think of going to somebody else. जैसे हम डाबर च्यवनप्राश की बात करते हैं, so the moment you think of च्यवनप्राश, probably आपके दिमाग में डाबर का ही नाम आता है. Though there are other companies who are manufacturing च्यवनप्राश, but if you are using Dabur Chyawanprash, you may not go to any other brand. You will expect Dabur to come up with a new item, a new variety of Chyawanprash, but you will still not go to its competitors. Then ऐसे कुछ जैसे if you are talking about tea, so you might be having liking for certain type of tea. You will keep on buying that tea on. Though there are many tea makers or tea manufacturers in the market. Similarly, about mobile phones, हो सकता है आपने 3 बार जो फोन खरीदा, तीनों ही एक पर्टिकुलर ब्रांड का है. Though there are other brands available in the market. So you figure out that how you are dictating your terms, so that even if somebody wants to know something about something, they'll come back to you first. That is what dictating is all about. Then comes the top 5 skills I need to become a people, energy, and money magnet now. Now, if you have identified it, it's simply awesome. If you haven't, better do it ASAP. Otherwise, क्या होगा जानते हैं? We are already in 19th week. If you haven't progressed much by following your passion, by being where you want to be, then probably you're not doing justice to yourself either. आप भगवान को बोल रहे हैं आपने मुझे जो भी काम करने के लिए भेजे है तो आप अपने पास ही रखो, मैं तो अपना ही चलाऊंगा, अपनी मर्जी ही चलाऊंगा. So be very clear about this. What are the top 5 skills I need to become a people, energy, and money magnet now? So this is what we have covered so far. This is what we have covered so far. So, yes, Shalini, can I have your feedback on whatever we have covered so far? Have you worked on these, or are you working on these partially, fully?
Yes, sir. Partially, I can say. अभी मेरा जो कंसिस्टेंसी चल रहा है वो चल रहा है इंस्टाग्राम पर. उससे मैं कंसिस्टेंट हूँ मेकिंग रील्स, क्रिएटिंग कंटेंट, एंड ऑल्सो आई एम लर्निंग फ्रॉम अ पेरेंटिंग कोर्स. तो वो कोर्सेज भी मैं कर रही हूँ साइड बाय साइड. तो इफ यू आस्क मी आपके प्रोग्राम के अकॉर्डिंग कितना है, तो आई वुड से नियर अबाउट 50%.
Okay, good. So let's focus.
लास्ट जो भी आपके अभी आपने रिकैप दिया उससे मुझे कुछ पता चला कि क्या क्या हो चुका है, तो मैं उसके पहले के सारे ऑलमोस्ट कर चुकी हूँ कवर अप रिविजन में, मतलब. So I still need to watch few recordings.
Do you have time for that?
I do have. तो अभी
Okay.
थोड़ा फेस्टिव सीजन था ना सर, तो खैर मैं यही बोलूंगी कि मैं नहीं कर पाई है और रीजंस थे जो भी थे, बट yeah, but I am coming back on the track. That's what I can say.
Okay, wonderful. Good. So now the question that we are going to address now onwards is very important question. Listen to this very carefully. The question is, what am I passionate about? Okay. Now, whatever you're passionate about, you have probably discovered it so far in one of the sessions by following these questions. But have you written it down anywhere that what I am passionate about? If you haven't done it, just do it. You may be passionate about multiple things because धीरे धीरे आपको बहुत सारी चीजें दिखना शुरू हो जाएगा. Out of that, you need to figure out the ones which really calls you into action. I'm so passionate about reading that somehow I take out time to read books. I'm so passionate about learning new things that I always take out time for learning those things throughout the day. कभी ना कभी मैं अपने लिए समय निकाल ही देता हूँ. For example, like sometimes I said I am so passionate to watch कपिल शर्मा शो, तो मैं कहीं ना कहीं से 5-7 मिनट निकाल ही लेता हूँ उसका एक छोटा सा वीडियो देखने के लिए, है ना. So like I'm passionate about Tony Robbins, कहीं ना कहीं से मैं उनको 2-3 मिनट के लिए सुन ही लेता हूँ हर दिन. So that's what I'm talking about. That what are you passionate about? Just figure it out, and you might come up with multiple of them. Pick the ones which really calls you into action. I'm talking about calling into action. कि किसी न किसी तरीके से मैं ये करूंगा ही करूंगा, करूंगी ही करूंगा, ठीक है. Now once you identify that what am I passionate about, the next question is, am I turning my passion into purposeful progress? So whatever you are passionate about, it is something that you love to translate into actions for somebody else also. That I'm passionate to do this for others. I'm passionate to do this for this particular kind of people. I'm passionate to do this. Whatever you're passionate about, the most important question is, am I turning my passion into purposeful progress? I'm not just talking about progress. It has to be a purposeful progress. It is fulfilling some purpose. So you can write down that what are the purpose you want your passion to fulfill, so that you can progress. You know that as you are progressing, so what are those things that needs to be fulfilled, which proves that you are progressing and progressing purposefully. It is not just progressing. One progressing can be, for example, like since I am passionate about Tony Robbins, so one progress could be I am watching his videos, that's it. I'm applying it on myself, could be a purposeful progress, and I'm applying it on others, would be also purposeful progress. Otherwise, it will be just a progress. मुझे अच्छा लगता है मैं सुन लूँ. The Kapil Sharma show is just a progress for me. I love humor. I love the way he talks. I love the way he has come back. He has bounced back. I love the way he's talking to all the stars. He's not good talking in English, but he's still running a show with stars. You know? So these are things which I watch, but that is only for progress, not at all associated with any purposeful progress. In purposeful progress कहाँ पे आ रहा है? वहीं पे आ रहा है कि he is not good at English, speaking English. तो ग्रामर का धज्जियां उड़ा देता है even then he is running a multi-crore show, which is so popular worldwide. खुद बोलता है कि I'm not good at English. Yet people listen to it. Yet people watch his shows and he is making millions. अगर मैंने कुछ वहां से सीख लिया, that is a purposeful progress. Like I love to read biographies. Now, reading biographies could be a progress. चलो मुझे अच्छा लगता है, मैं इनके बारे में जान ले, उनके बारे में भी जान लिए, ये भी जान ले, वो भी जान ले. अगर मैंने वहां से कुछ भी अपने लिए अप्लाई किया, that is a purposeful progress. Yes, I learned this, I applied it, and I can see the difference. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. That whatever I'm passionate about, am I turning my passion into purposeful progress? और उसके लिए मुझे क्या चाहिए? Do I have at least 3 evidence to prove this now? क्या मेरे पास ऐसे 3 एविडेंस है जिससे मैं अपने आप को प्रूव कर सकता हूं that I am ensuring purposeful progress by following my passion or turning my passion into purposeful progress? You got that? See, कभी-कभी क्या होगा जानते हैं, आपने कुछ गोल सेट किया, but it has nothing to do with your passion. Now you are not passionate about it. The chances are very low you may not focus much of your attention in it because you are not passionate about it. It is just a kind of activity that you need to do. Like I know people who are not passionate about cooking, but they have to cook. Because शादी हो चुकी है, now I am in a family. Probably I am living with my husband only. तो कुछ ना कुछ तो करना ही पड़ेगा. So cooking is not my passion, but I still need to do it. So similar activities you might be doing throughout the day, which you are not passionate about. However, when I'm talking about setting up a goal, about doing something where you can go and make a difference to yourself as well as to people in your life, you have to find out what are you passionate about. You have to have a complete clarity on it. That what am I passionate about? And once you figure that out, there may be 5, there may be 7, there may be 11, whatever be the number. Pick out the ones, maybe the top 3, which really call you into action. दुनिया इधर से उधर हो जाए, but I will definitely do something to follow my passion. That whatever I am passionate about. At least ये 3 passion के लिए तो मैं करूँगा ही करूँगा. Okay, like reading book can be a passion, but उससे अगर आपको progress हो रहा है कि नहीं, that only you know. How you can convert that passion into a purposeful progress. When I'm talking about purposeful progress, that means whatever I'm reading from that book, I'm at least applying something from it. Figure out that how I can make my life better than my current life. बेहतर से बेहतरीन बनाना. Can I do it? Am I actually doing it? If my answer is yes, that means I'm making a purposeful progress. Otherwise, I'm just reading book. I'm telling everybody that I'm reading book. I'm reading. So I've read 12 books in last 2 months, just for the sake of reading. Or just for the sake of telling others. Just for the sake of sharing some insights from the book with others. But am I making a purposeful progress? If my answer is no, then I need to figure out कि ऐसे कौन से पैशन है जो जिसमें मैं purposeful progress कर रही हूँ, कर रहा हूँ. And now do I have sufficient evidence, at least 3 evidence to prove my point that yes, I have this evidence to prove that I have purposefully progressed by turning my passion into an activity sort of. कुछ clarity आया?
Yes, sir.
I'm repeating the questions.
Yeah.
The question number 1 is, what am I passionate about? So whatever you're passionate about, just write them down. Let your mind get into a flow. जो भी दिमाग में आ रहा है वो लिख दो, क्योंकि बहुत सारे ऐसे चीज that you are passionate about. Just write them down. Pick out the top 3. And when you pick up the top 3, ask the next question, that am I turning my passion into purposeful progress? If your answer is yes, then do I have at least 3 evidence to prove this now? So हवा में बात नहीं करने का. Actually writing it down, that yes, these 3 data points proves that yes, I am turning my passion into purposeful progress. तब जाके आपको मोटिवेशन मिलेगा ना, नहीं तो मोटिवेशन कहाँ से आएगा? And that is where all these things are connected, that when we are talking about the numbers, that what number game am I playing consistently so that I can achieve these results. So if you have any questions, you can ask me, or whatever you are discovering for yourself, or you can share it with me as well.
Sir, I have a question. In the previous, you asked what are the 5 skills you just asked from the chat GPT. Now, what to do with that? How to develop that skills? As I shared, my skills were communication skill, content strategy, storytelling, self-leadership. So now what I should do with that skills?
How you can develop those skills? That's what you're asking?
Yes, sir.
Ask ChatGPT.
It's the same thing I was thinking. Okay.
It is an extremely powerful tool. You know, कल का जो मैंने सेशन दिया था वहाँ पे, कल नहीं परसों संडे को जो मैंने सेशन दिया था अपने पेरेंटिंग TCE में, I talked about 9 points, 9 ways to trick your brain to get into studying.
Yes, sir.
It can be studying, it can be any activity. Studying तो खाली नाम का studying है. How you can trick your brain. Now you know this is how you can trick your brain. The question is that how you can make it happen. So you can ask the same question. जब जो मैंने वहाँ पे 9 points share किए हैं, उसमें से एक point उठा के आप पूछ लो, इसके लिए मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा. But if you remember, I said that ChatGPT को कुछ पूछने से पहले आप अपना CV वहाँ पे अपलोड कर रहे हो. You are uploading your CV and you are asking ChatGPT to read that CV, read your resume, and then tell yourself that, tell me what do you know about Pina.
Sir, I have uploaded my LinkedIn profile, means whatever the that social media proof, LinkedIn, I just have given, and then I got these skills.
Yeah. So now that you got these skills, उसमें किसी में भी अगर आपको improve करना है, you ask ChatGPT, how can I improve? Like you can ask the same question जैसे मैंने इसको frame किया है, purposeful progress. So how can I monitor purposeful progress in developing this particular skill? और इसके लिए मुझे करना क्या पड़ेगा? Or you can ask very specific questions. But what are the top 3 things I can do to build this skill over next 15 days? How much time do I need to devote for it? What kind of books do I need to read? What kind of TED Talks can I watch? TED Talks with the YouTube videos. हो सकता है उठा के आपको दे दे link. You can watch this video, you can watch this video. Like I love watching TED Talk videos. I all get a lot of input from TED Talk videos. तो TED Talk situation में क्या होता है, वहाँ पे लोग ना अपने लाइफ से शेयर करते. They do not talk theories. They talk with evidence. This is what I did. This is what I observed. This is what I discovered. DOD. This is what I did. This is what I observed, and this is what I discovered. That's what they do. So every TED Talk is a very powerful tool. It's a kind of evidence, you know, वो अपने आपके दिमाग को hypnotize करता है कि इसने अगर किया है तो मैं भी कर सकता हूँ, है ना? So they did it, then they observed the outcomes, and based on the outcomes they discovered. So you can also do that.
Okay, sir.
For example, if TED Talk, if ChatGPT is saying you that you need to build communication skills, for example, तो आप बोलो communication skill, किस तरीके का communication skill मुझे develop करना है? To communicate with the students, to communicate with parents, to communicate with colleagues, to communicate with sales team, to communicate with my boss. Can you share a relevant TED Talk which I can follow, which I can watch and build my capabilities? ऐसे सवाल आप ChatGPT को पूछ सकते हैं. And you'll get your answer. Yeah. So what am I passionate about? Am I turning my passion into purposeful progress? Or you can even ask yourself, how can I turn my passion into purposeful progress? So for example, if you know that this is what I am passionate about, you figure out top 3. Now you can use ChatGPT for that also. And now that you have identified these top 3 passions, you can ask ChatGPT that I am passionate about this. How can I turn my passion into purposeful progress over next 21 days? तो आपको बता देगा क्या क्या स्टेप आप ले सकते हो. Out of that you pick 3, or you can ask the same question to Copilot and Gemini as well. वहां पे आपको कुछ मिल जाएगा जो कॉमन है. And you can use that. And so then you can ask, am I turning my passion to purposeful progress? If the answer is yes, do I have at least 3 evidence to prove this now? तो आपको एक पैरामीटर्स ChatGPT ही बता देगा कि अगर आपको अपने पैशन को, you want to turn your passion into purposeful progress, this is what you have to do. On a scale of 0 to 10, you put your marks. How much I have done this, how much where am I on this, where I am on this, where I am on this. You have already asked, you know what to do. आप उन्हीं 3, 4, 5 को पैरामीटर्स की तरह ले लो. And then you just ask the question on a scale of 0 to 10 where you are. You can ask yourself. If you see some progress over there, fantastic. Sometimes you can even write down that this is what I did and this is what I discovered. This is what the outcome is. TOD. Did, observe, discover. This is what I did, this is what I observed, and this is what I discovered. ये भी एक तरीका है अपने आप को बेहतर से बेहतरीन बनाने का.
Yes, sir.
I call it DOD theory or DOD process, DOD principle. कुछ भी नाम दे दो आप. It is DOD. What I did, what I observed, and what I discovered.
Let's go.
Yeah, any more?
Sir, पता नहीं थोड़ा दूसरा क्वेश्चन है. You said ना load your CV, है ना? So my professional background was not quite different, but was different. I was into special education earlier, but somehow now I don't feel very connected with that field. तो अभी मेरा जैसे मैं आपको डालती हूँ कि प्रोफेशन मेरा थोड़ा डिफरेंट था और जो मैं पैशनेट हूँ ये थोड़ा डिफरेंट है. So still do I have to use my CV or I should give what am I passionate about, the prompts and all? so that I'll get the right guidance from ChatGPT.
What you are passionate about वो ChatGPT को पूछने का फायदा नहीं, वो तो खुद को पूछना पड़ेगा।
नहीं, मैं जैसे मैं अपने पैशन, अपने एरियाज बता दूं, these are the things that I'm passionate about, और उसके बाद और फिर मैंने उसमें उसके रिलेटेड क्या क्या किया है and what I feel about it. So do you think मुझे करेक्ट गाइडेंस मिला? क्योंकि सीवी मेरा बैकग्राउंड थोड़ा डिफरेंट है, स्कूल का ही बैकग्राउंड रहा है, बच्चों के साथ भी रहा है, बट अब मैं एडल्ट्स के साथ भी काम करती हूँ, नॉट विद चिल्ड्रन एग्जैक्टली, बिकॉज मुझे लगता है कि बड़ों को सुधारो तो बच्चे अपने आप सुधर जाते हैं, मतलब बड़ों को गाइडेंस दी जाए तो बच्चों को आराम से मिल जाती है गाइडेंस, स्पेशली पेरेंट्स. So my question is that I think in that case CV won't work in my case.
Your voice is not coming clear, Shalini, for some reason.
Hello? Hello?
Now it's better, yeah.
So I'm saying maybe in that case my CV thing will not work, क्योंकि प्रोफेशनली भी मैंने ना बहुत सारे डिफरेंट सेक्टर्स में काम किया है. तो अगर मैं सिर्फ ये बताऊं कि these are the areas that I am passionate about, वो ज्यादा accurate आंसर मिलेगा मुझे. Maybe CV won't work for me. That's my
CV का
perception.
पर्पस कुछ और है. CV has nothing to do with the passion. CV का हमने बात किया था to figure out 5 areas where I can build my skills.
अच्छा, okay.
It is about the last session, that what are the 5 skills that I need to develop to become who I want to become. So, यहाँ पे मैंने आपको ये बोला था कि like you figure out what is your passion, what you are passionate about. Tonight's session, it is I am passionate about this. You are very clear about it now. So you might find 5, 7, whatever the numbers you find. उसमें से top 3 आप उठा लो. Yes, these are my calling. Whatever happens throughout the day.
हाँ, मैं वही बोल रही हूँ कि मेरा कॉलिंग थोड़ा डिफरेंट है, मतलब मेरा प्रोफेशनल बैकग्राउंड से थोड़ा कॉलिंग डिफरेंट है. वो सब मैंने सिर्फ somehow, अगर मैं स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्डली बोलूँ तो वो मैंने सिर्फ मनी के लिए ज्यादा मैं इंक्लाइंड थी उस एरिया में कि इसमें पैसा बहुत है इस फील्ड में. बट अब लगता है कि नहीं, संतुष्टि ज्यादा जरूरी है पैसे से ज्यादा. संतुष्टि है तो पैसा भी आएगा. तो वो बोल रही हूँ मैं कि am I clear with my question?
I don't know, only you know whether you are clear in your question. Are you clear in your question?
मेरे हिसाब से मैं क्लियर हूँ, बट आई डोंट नो मैं आपको ढंग से कम्युनिकेट कर पा रही हूँ कि नहीं.
बताइए, दोबारा सवाल पूछिए, 2-3 सेंटेंस में सवाल पूछिए.
ओके, तो मैं ये कह रही हूँ, जैसे आपने एक चीज तो बोल दी कि नहीं, सीवी वाला क्वेश्चन जो था वो पिछली बार का था, तो यहाँ पे एक चीज क्लियर हो गई. अभी जैसे आप बोल रहे हो कि आप चैट जीपीटी को बोलो कि व्हाट आर यू आर पैशनेट अबाउट.
नो, आप खुद को पूछोगे, नॉट चैट जीपीटी.
हाँ,
व्हाट
बता
यू
दो.
आर पैशनेट अबाउट वो आपको पता है, वो चैट जीपीटी को पता नहीं. वो
हाँ,
बता भी
हम
नहीं
जैसे
सकता.
मैंने 10 चीजें बताई, उसमें से बेस्ट चुनना है, मतलब वो चैट जीपीटी हमने चुनेगा या हम खुद चुनेंगे उसमें से
वो
बेस्ट
आप
5?
चुनेंगे. वो कैसे
अच्छा
बताएगा?
अच्छा,
वो तो जो भी बता देगा, इट मे नॉट मैच.
ओके
है ना?
ओके.
So you need to figure out that what you are passionate about, and only you know what you are passionate about. So you prepare a list. जो भी दिमाग में आ रहा है, आप बस you just write it down. I am passionate about this. I am passionate about whatever you are passionate about. Keep on writing them. You might find a list. You'll end up with a list over next 2-3 days. Then you select the ones which are your calling. Like ये तो मैं किसी भी हालत में करती ही हूँ, kind of.
हाँ, ये लिस्ट तो मेरी रेडी है बहुत पहले से.
The things I don't miss. Now, once you identify those top 3 passions that you're passionate about, the next question is, am I turning my passion into purposeful progress? यहाँ पे मैंने पूछा कि आप यहाँ पे चैट जीपीटी का इस्तेमाल कर सकते हो. आप उसको पूछ सकते हो, दिस इज व्हाट आई एम पैशनेट अबाउट, हाउ कैन आई टर्न दिस पैशन इनटू पर्पसफुल प्रोग्रेस. So it will give you how you can turn that particular passion into purposeful progress. Now you ask the same question to
got it.
Gemini also, Copilot also. तो हो सकता है वो आपको 10 पॉइंट बताए, 11 पॉइंट बताए. You can also ask specific points. that how can I turn my passion into purposeful progress? Give me 5 options, or maybe 7 options, maybe 11 options. Now ये सवाल आप बाकी को भी पूछेंगे, आप चैट जीपीटी को जैसे पूछ रहे हो वैसे आप को-पायलट को भी पूछेंगे, आप जेमिनी को भी पूछेंगे. तो you will find at least a few of them which are common. Whatever common are there, you start with them. And now you know that these are the things that I need to do to turn my passion into purposeful progress. और उसी के ऊपर आप अपना मार्किंग कीजिए. That on a scale of 0 to 10, where I am right now or what I have done today. On a scale of 0 to 10, did I make any progress? Even if it is 1, that means you made some progress over yesterday. If it is 0, then no progress. If it is 5, then probably it's 50% progress. But at least you know some progress over there. And that will help you to come to this question, come to the answer that am I turning my passion into purposeful progress now? Do I have at least 3 evidence to prove this? So now I am asking myself, ये मेरा reflection हो गया. I know this is what I have to do. I am also doing it. उससे मुझे जो outcome मिला, जो results मिला, now I am asking myself that am I actually turning my passion into purposeful progress? So what are the 3 evidence to prove this to me now? मैंने ऐसा क्या किया that proves that yes, I have converted my passion into purposeful progress.
Yes,
Got
sir.
that?
Got it. Thank you. Thank you, Hanji.
Need to listen to this video 2-3 times. तब आपको clarity मिलेगा. See, think that all these people who have become great in their life, आपको नहीं लगता ये सब सवाल वो खुद को पूछे होंगे? हो सकता है उन्होंने exactly ये सवाल नहीं पूछा, but somehow they ask this question to them. They have people who are going to monitor their progress. उनके साथ कोई ना कोई रहता ही है. Either that person is a coach, or that person is an accountability partner, or that person is somebody जिसके ऊपर आप 100% भरोसा कर सकते हो. You cannot achieve anything in your life single-handedly. आप अकेला कुछ कर ही नहीं सकते. किसी न किसी का सपोर्ट आपको चाहिए ही होगा. Like in one of the sessions, somebody asked me that if I am scaling Everest, Mount Everest, all on my own, so how can I say that somebody else supported me? Manora, not really just somebody else. It's many people supported me, many. It's not one person. It's not one person. बहुत लोगों ने आपको सपोर्ट किया. इसकी वजह से you can scale Mount Everest. आप बोलो मुझे तो कोई दिख नहीं रहा है, चलो मैं दिखाना शुरू करता हूँ. You read about Mount Everest somewhere, so somebody wrote it. किसी ने लिखा था इसलिए आपको पढ़ने का मौका मिला. माउंट एवरेस्ट स्केल करने के जितने भी गियर्स की जरूरत है, some people manufactured it. किसी ने रस्सी बनाया, किसी ने चेन बनाया, किसी ने हुक बनाया, किसी ने जो कपड़े आप पहन रहे हो वो किसी ने बनाया, जो शूज आप पहन रहे हो वो किसी ने बनाया. अगर वो सब नहीं बनाया होता तो आप चढ़ पाते? सिर्फ एक चड्डी पहन के you cannot scale Mount Everest. Only animals can do, who can survive in that weather. You can't. So many people are there. There's a base camp. Somebody produce the food for you. The food that you're carrying with yourself, उसका container भी किसी ने बनाया. Gratitude लिखना शुरू करोगी, you will find 1,000 of them and 1,000 भी कम पड़ जाएगा. कितना सपोर्ट आपको मिल रहा है? अभी आप जहाँ पे हो, think of how many people are supporting your existence. The food that you're eating, somebody is growing that food. Somebody is cooking that food. उस फूड में अगर 5 तरीके की सब्जियां जा रही है, इंग्रेडिएंट्स जा रहे, तो somebody has farmed those 5 ingredients. किसी ने फार्मिंग किया, 5 अलग अलग फार्मर्स ने, किसी ने उसको पैकेज किया, किसी ने उसको आप तक पहुंचाया. Imagine if none of them were there. So you are not alone. You cannot achieve anything alone. You need support from all these people. At every step, somebody is supporting your progress. Every step, even if you ride an auto, the auto driver is supporting you. The auto itself is supporting whoever has manufactured that auto. Whoever has manufactured different parts of that auto is also supporting you. ना वो आपको जानते ना आप उनको जानते, बट थिंक ऑफ इट, द टायर जिसने बनाया वो टायर भी सही कंडीशन में होना चाहिए, तभी तो वो ऑटो चलेगी. अगर वो टायर बीच में खराब हो गया तो यू स्टक. किसी ने आपके लिए रोड बना के दिया, किसी ने आपके लिए सिग्नल्स बना के दिया. सो ग्रेटिट्यूड लिखना शुरू करेंगे तो आप डूब जाएंगे. So you are not alone. You cannot achieve anything alone. That's why you need to ask this question. What am I passionate about? Am I turning my passion into purposeful progress? You are definitely passionate about something. ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकती you are not passionate about. But am I converting or turning that passion into purposeful progress? अगर वो नहीं हो रहा तो उस passion का कुछ खास importance नहीं है. And to make a purposeful progress, you need to figure out on what parameters you can figure it out. You can measure it. Numbers. You can measure it that yes, you are having purposeful progress. तो उसके लिए आप AI का help ले सकते to find out the parameters. On which parameters I will calculate or I will measure my progress. Shalini ma'am, Shruti ma'am, you are made for big things. You need to believe that first. मेरे जैसे कुछ लोग जिंदगी में आके ये बता के चला जाए. But unless you keep on telling it to yourself, आप जहाँ का वही रह जाएंगे. And that's why you need all these parameters to monitor, to measure and monitor. You know, I call it measure, monitor, and make a difference. Triple M. Monitor करो, measure करो, and then make a difference. How do you monitor your progress? How do you know that you're progressing? So when I apply this 3M rule, you monitor करोगे तो you will measure. You measure it, and then once you measure it, you make a difference. Go out and make a difference. Let other people experience it. All right. Shruti, any words from you?
पिनाकी जी अभी तो नहीं. Nothing.
Okay.
But what you have said is very, very important. Like I never used to write कि बस चल रहा है, but now when I've started analyzing things, writing things down, कि where I was and where I want to be, so काफी चीजें clear हो रही हैं, no? Because if we don't take time to analyze, we are just, हम भेड़ चाल में बस चले जा रहे हैं. So it's very, very important here.
Good. Thank you for being here. I know on a work day, joining a session at 8 p.m, you really need to prepare yourself emotionally, mentally, physically. Just be there. अभी हमारा 2 sessions और है. But you need to put all these questions into your life. They are all reflections. एक एक सवाल आपको आपके लिए रिफ्लेक्शन है कि वेयर एम आई, हाउ एम आई लुकिंग, व्हाट आई एम डूइंग, इज इट वर्थ इट? ओके, चलो, गुड लक,
Thank you.
बाय।
Thank you, Pinaki ji. Thank you.